ہاں جی السلام نمستے ست شری اکال آداب بنی علی مدد. میں آپ کا ہوسٹ جلال آپ کی خدمت میں حاضر. آپ سب دیکھ رہے ہیں سلام نمستے کینیڈا ٹی وی آن چک دے ٹی وی. یہ ہفتہ ہماری ٹیم کے لیے بہت ہی عمدہ رہا, بہت ہی اچھا رہا. راحت فتح علی خان کا ہم نے انٹرویو کیا ہمارے ریڈیو شو پر پچھلے ہفتے, اور پھر جہاں گئی کا جو اپنا کل رات کو راحت فتح علی خان صاحب کا لائیو شو بھی تھا جو کہ بہت ہی اچھا رہا, بہت ہی زبردست رہا. میری پوری ٹیم کی طرف سے وکی تنیجا صاحب جو کہ نروانا سے ہیں, اور ہماری اپنی لتا پٹیل کو ہم جو مبارکباد دیتے ہیں کہ اتنا زبردست انہوں نے شو کیلگری کو لایا, اتنا ویل آرگنائز تھا جو کہ ٹائم سے شروع ہوا اور پھر ٹائم پر ختم ہوا. اور وہ دین آئی ایم شیور کہ جتنے وہاں پہ لوگ تھے تقریباً 2500 لوگ تھے, ان کو سب کو بہت ہی مزہ آیا. اور آج کا جو ہمارا یعنی آج کی جو ہماری گیسٹ ہیں ان کے بارے میں ہم جائیں گے تھوڑی دیر میں. وہ بھی وہاں تھی, آئی ایم شیور کہ وہ تو انہوں نے بھی وہاں پہ انجوائے کیا ہوگا. مجھے یاد ہے جب بھی پہلے یعنی آج سے تقریباً 6 سال پہلے میں نے جب بھی میرا ریڈیو شو شروع کیا تھا تو ایک جو اسپیشل یعنی کہ میرا سانگ تھا جس سے میں اسٹارٹ کر رہا تھا وہ تھا تیری میری پریم کہانی, جو کہ اپنا یعنی مووی کا نام ہے باڈی گارڈ سے تھا, اور اس کو جو گایا بھی تھا وہ تھے ہمارے راحت فتح علی صاحب. اور کل انہوں نے وہ لائیو گانا گایا, آئی تھنک اٹ واز اے ڈریم کم ٹرو فار می, کہ میں نے دیکھا لائک اٹ واز جسٹ آسم, یو نو کہ وہ جو ہے ابھی تک مجھے جو ہے گوزبمپس آ رہے ہیں, جو اپنے گوزبمپس آ رہے ہیں کہ اتنا زبردست شو تھا, اور انہوں نے جس طرح گایا ہے سب نے بہت ہی انجوائے کیا. چلیے آج کا شو جو ہم آگے بڑھاتے ہیں, ہمارے ساتھ میری بہت ہی اچھی دوست روپ رائے بھی موجود ہے, وہاں ہم ان سے بھی بات کریں گے. لیکن سب سے پہلے میرے دونوں کو ہوسٹ اکبر اینڈ سلما وہ بھی وہاں پہ موجود تھے, ان کا ایکسپیرینس کیسا رہا؟ جی سلما جی کیسے ہیں؟
جی سب سے پہلے تو میں سب لوگوں کو سلام نمستے ست شری اکال جعلی مدد, گڈ ایوننگ اور گڈ مارننگ جہاں بھی ہو آپ وہ کرنا چاہتی ہوں. امید ہے کہ آپ کا ہفتہ اچھا گزرا ہوگا. اور جس طرح جلال کہہ رہے تھے کہ ہاں کل کا شو بہت زیادہ اچھا تھا, بہت اچھا ایکسپیرینس تھا, اور جن لوگوں نے مس کیا انہوں نے بہت کچھ مس کیا, اور بہت ہی شاندار شو تھا اور ون آف اے کائنڈ شو تھا. بہت مزہ آیا. اور جہاں بھی آپ لوگ ہیں, اگر آپ کے سٹی میں راحت فتح علی خان صاحب آئیں تو پلیز آپ یہ شو مت مس کریے گا. میں آپ کو بتانا چاہ رہی ہوں. کیوں اکبر, آپ کو کیسا لگا؟
مجھے بھی بہت اچھا لگا. لیکن سب سے پہلے اپنے دیکھنے والوں کو سلام نمستے ست شری اکال آداب اور یالی مدد. دوستوں یہ ایک ایسا شو تھا کہ لائک آئی وڈ سے لائک اٹ واز اے ہسٹوریکل ایونٹ. راحت فتح علی خان کی جتنی تعریف کی جائے وہ کم ہے, لیکن میرے خیال سے کیلگرینس نے آئی تھنک مل کر اس شو کو بہت اچھے طریقے سے کامیاب کیا. راحت فتح علی خان صاحب کی لائک ایک بات میں ضرور کہوں گا کہ جو اسپریچویلٹی ان کے چہرے پہ تھی, آئی تھنک دا وے ہی واز انجوائنگ, اور وہ کہتے ہیں نا جو ایک مست کا جو ماحول انہوں نے کریٹ کیا تھا, آئی تھنک اس نے پوری آڈینس کو ہلا کے رکھ دیا.
It was not only he was singing, his whole body was singing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, did you notice that?
Absolutely.
پورا سار
اور وہ طبلہ بجا رہے تھے آپ کے ہاتھ سے.
اور you know the way he was going on. Oh, like he was enjoying it. اور جب فرسٹ ہاف میں نا بھائی وہ میلوڈیس گانے گا رہے تھے, فلموں کے گانے گا رہے تھے, تو his attire was like that. But بعد میں وہ آئے جب نصرت فتح علی خان صاحب کرنے, تو کیا اچھی سی شیروانی, اور it was amazing show.
I mean, اور ایک ساتھ ہی ساتھ جیسے کہ جلال بھائی نے کہا, سلام نمستے کینیڈا پروڈکشنز لمیٹڈ کی جانب سے وکی تنیجا اور لائک لتا پٹیل اور ان کی جو مینجمنٹ ٹیم ہے, انہوں نے بڑے کائنڈلی انہوں نے ہمارے سپورٹ کو سراہا آن اسٹیج بھی لائک آن دا پروجیکٹر. تو ہم انہیں بہت تھینکس کرتے ہیں, اور چک دے ٹی وی کی جانب سے بھی ہم انہیں تھینکس کرتے ہیں. In the future together.
Yeah.
تو نا ابھی ہم بڑھتے ہیں ہمارے بہت اچھے جو ہے گیسٹ کے ساتھ, جن کا نام روپ رائے ہے, جو کہ ہماری کمیونٹی میں بہت اچھی والنٹیئر کی طرح بہت ہی ایکٹیو ہیں. ان کا جو تعلق پالیٹکس سے بھی ہے, پھر آرگنائزیشن جو مضبوط ہے اپنا, شی از ون آف دا کو فاؤنڈر ایز ویل. اور جو ہے کافی یہ جو ہے اپنا کافی چیزیں الگ الگ جو بہت سی چیزیں کرتی ہیں. تو آئی تھنک وی شوڈ جو ہے آسک ہر فرسٹ, روپ کیسی ہو؟
Thank you so much for having me here. First of all, I am extremely overwhelmed with all the fun and banter. This is excellent. So, in addition to everything that you said, I also did go to Rahat Fateh Ali Khan's show as well. Screen pe bhi 2 baar aayi thi, so I had my moment. And interestingly, those were both those times I was on my phone.
Yes.
Dono times I was on my phone. So that goes to show how busy I am in my real life. Like how busy I am. I'm always on the phone. So that's the reason. I don't know why he chose just those 2 moments. कि उसी time पे he had to bring the camera on my face and then my husband's
उसको ऐसे कहता
nudging
है?
me.
जी वो भी हमने देखा था, वो भी देखा था आपको, कह रहे देखो देखो ऊपर देखो.
He's nudging me. He's like, look, and I'm like, oh, hi. So it was great. I think it was fantastic. What I really loved about the show is कि जो लोग आगे बैठे हैं या पीछे बैठे हैं, it doesn't matter where you're sitting in the room, everyone was enjoying.
Yeah.
And there was a point, camera span हुआ था पीछे, and there were a couple of ladies with their dupattas in the air. Did you see that?
That's
That
true.
was, I thought that was incredible, and everything was so organized well, and there was no chaos.
Very
इसमें क्या अच्छा था कि जो यानी वो जो टाइम पर स्टार्ट किया I was very
And sound
surprised.
system.
Sound system.
Yeah.
Oh
Sound
my
system was
God.
Amazing.
excellent because
amazing,
in,
amazing.
in shows like this, अगर sound system सही नहीं हो तो you don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Sure.
So the sound system was amazing.
Sound and his voice and सब, you know, like तबला का अलग
Yeah.
था और सब चीज के जो mics थे
Yeah.
proper काम कर रहे थे और उनका projection इतना
जबरदस्त।
बहुत amazing
और you know what,
projection था.
यानी
Yeah.
मुझे क्या चला इसलिए कि जो मैंने आपको भी बताया भी रहा था
जी.
कि जो सेकंड हाफ में he was looking in a rush, इसलिए कि वो एक एक गाने के बाद he was just kept on
He
going,
wanted to
Yeah.
sing more.
More,
Exactly,
yeah.
How can you pack
Yeah.
3 hours of singing non-stop?
Yeah.
That's talent.
That's amazing. Yeah.
With so much energy,
So
and he
much
was all
energy.
pumped as well
Oh.
for 3 hours continuously.
How can anyone sing? I can't
Yeah.
talk for more than 10 minutes and then I
Yeah.
get tired.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah.
No, he was fan. And the musicians with him, the orchestra.
The whole
Yeah.
entourage was amazing. He
Yeah.
brought
और
such
stage
good
इतना
people.
अच्छा था,
Yeah.
पीछे screen, you know, it was
Everything.
nice.
They
It
had
was like
but-
high class, you can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
2 बार
very-
मेरे को दिखाया तो अच्छा ही होगा.
हाय हाय. अच्छा
was nice.
बताए रूप.
अच्छा हम भी शो में हैं।
So tell us something about. I know you are also a radio personality. Yeah.
Used to be, yeah.
Uh-huh,
Used to be.
you used to be, and then you are doing so much. So tell us something. How did everything started? Like you were in radio, and then you got
Into
involved in,
politics.
involved in so many different things. So tell us something about that.
Well, I grew up in Calgary.
Okay.
And I went to school in Calgary. And I did well in school. And when you do well in school and you're in a South Asian family,
You're right.
तो definitely parents चाहते हैं कि you have to become a doctor.
जी,
So
बिल्कुल.
पहले यही था
Yeah, सबसे
कि
पहली चीज़ यही है.
So BSc, when I was doing my BSc, the focus was कि अपनी science degree करो और उसके बाद medicine में apply करो.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to be in a public sphere.
Gotcha.
I enjoyed community work. I enjoyed volunteering. I enjoyed public speaking. I enjoyed media communications. That was my interest. But Dad always said कि नहीं तुसी पंजाबी
हाँ, बोलो.
हाँ बोले.
Go ahead.
doctor बनना है क्योंकि my 3 buas they're all doctors.
अच्छा.
My sister's a dentist.
Oh,
So
nice.
doctor बनना है. I said नहीं करना मैं communications जाना है मैं marketing जाना है मैं करना है. So at the end Dad said okay,
Okay,
whatever you
whatever.
do good.
Well, yeah.
And फिर उसके बाद I got married and then I went to work in a publishing house. I lived in England for a couple of years.
Oh,
And
That's why
then
you have the accent, English.
I have a mix of accents because
Yeah.
I've lived in India quite a bit. I've lived in England. I've lived in US. So I don't know. I have wandering accent syndrome. So I've picked up bits and pieces from everywhere.
Okay.
And whoever I speak to, I can speak in their language.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
That's
So
good.
it's natural.
Yeah.
Too good.
So I went to Houston and then I was pursuing the same path कि communications में ही कुछ करते रहना है. I worked with an assets management company there, but I was at a lunch with my friend when someone close by, they heard me talk, and that individual was a radio host.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So he came over and he said, have you ever thought of doing radio? And I said, I've never done radio in my life.
Yeah.
And they said, you've got a really good voice. Let's try it out. So he took me, we went to the studio, we tried, I did some trials, and he said, yeah, you need to come
Oh, nice.
this
Nice.
week and let's start on radio. So I was working on radio as it was like a part-time hobby thing, and then I had my job. So that went on, and then we decided to come back to Canada in 2013, and then at that time I had my daughter, and my husband was going through chemotherapy at the time, so I needed something to just take me away from the home, and Red FM happened at that time.
Okay.
So it was a great distraction for me, 3 hours a day for the week, and then I did that, and at the same time I kept my interest in politics and other
So
fields.
when did you decide to get involved in politics?
This was when my daughter was now around 3 years old, and I could go work full time. And I had this opportunity to work with Minister Irfan Sabir, who was elected an MLA in the riding that I used to work in. And I think it was, it was a brilliant opportunity. He's a great man. I love him to pieces. He's an amazing, amazing individual. And I thought it was excellent person to work with, and that's what, and our values match.
Good.
And what I believe in public education, public health care, all these things that matter to me matter to him, matter to the party that he is an elected representative of, and I thought it was a great magic happening there. Like it's like the values matched, and that is what is important. And that's how I just took that step forward. It's always not easy for a woman, especially a woman in South Asian community, to take that step forward and say that I want to be in politics, I want to be in public eye, because you're constantly being watched after that. We're always worried about, someone is taking a photo. I always tell my husband now to behave a certain way because he's being watched, because you're my husband. And it's a reality, because there's many times like people take photos and send photos to me and say, oh, you were here, you were there, and people are watching. So it's a very interesting career choice. So I understand where my dad came from. I completely understand Dad. But it's been a great. My husband. Oh, he's my support.
So he's okay.
He's the wind beneath my wings. I think he is the one who pushes me forward. Even when I give up, he says, no, you need to do this because you have it in you, and you have the passion, you have the motivation to do this, to bring change that you want to see. So he's always there for me.
Okay, so Roop Roy, although we actually talk over the phone on the interview, but this is my first exposure to actually sit and talk with you. तो दोस्तों, जितना आप रूप रॉय के बारे में जानते हैं उतना ही मैं जानता हूँ. आज मुझे और भी जानने को मिलेगा इस इंटरव्यू के ज़रिए से, तो मैं आपकी तरह खुश नसीब हूँ कि हम आपके बारे में जानते हैं. रूप रॉय, you are actually very much involved in the volunteerism. Okay, in the community work and all those kind of thing, and the organization that you co-founded. Would you like to tell us something about that, and basically how that community work actually led to that work?
That has always been in my mind ever since I was in university. Because growing up here, like I said, I'm going to try to speak in Hindi.
Please.
I'm going to try. जब आप यहाँ बड़े हो रहे हो, you have एक तरफ there's the outside world, and then on the other side you have your parents. जो they have their own culture, they have their own expectations, dreams, and of you. And then outside, when you step outside, it's a completely different world. So you're trying to blend the two together, and it's a very difficult path for a lot of youngsters. I was there at a point where I always mention this because that's the thing that really sticks out in my mind is something very minor, and at that time I used to think it's really huge, but now I'm looking back at it and I'm going, why didn't he even think it was a big deal? Something like my dad would say, "5 baje kar auna."
That's right.
And my friends would stay out till whenever they wanted to. For me, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Why is my dad forcing me? Is this a prison? Why am I being brought back home all the time? But in my dad's mind, he was protecting me, he was taking care of me. So now I can reflect back on it and I can think, why was I even thinking of it? It wasn't that big a deal. But at that time, I was making it really big deal. And when you're going through that, then everything else around you doesn't matter. You rebel. You do stupid things. You don't want to go to school. You skip school. You don't focus on education. You don't take care of what's important for you at that time.
Right.
And parents don't understand what's going on. You don't understand it's just all a chaos. And we see that a lot in our communities, even up until now. When I went to school, this was 10, 16 years ago now. I just dated myself, but but it's still happening. We see a lot of struggle in our youth. We
Right.
see a lot of our youth we keep talking about is going into drugs. Why are they doing this? Why are they going into a path of self-destruction? But we're not trying to manage, or we're not trying to find out the causes behind it and
True.
target those causes and try to fix that solution or fix that problem. So it was always in my mind that I needed to do something to help kids in that situation, because it's a very manageable situation. ऐसा नहीं कि इसका कोई हल ही नहीं है, इसका कोई solution नहीं है. ऐसा नहीं है कि and ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई parents गलत है या बच्चे गलत हैं. ये हालात ही कुछ ऐसे हैं. It's a generation gap. There's a culture gap. We've come from different countries into Canada, and we're expecting our kids to be the same as they would be
Right,
back home.
right.
So there's a lot of differences. So I always wanted to do that, and as time went on, the resolve became stronger and stronger. And then I ran in the election, by-election, last year in 2016. During that by-election, so I went door knocking quite a bit. And us samay, when I used to go to doors, I remember so many women on doors that you would never see them outside at Superstore or anywhere outside. You will not see them. And they would have bruises on their faces. They have bruises on their arms. So they will not open the door if there was a man. If I'm a woman, they felt more comfortable opening the doors, and I saw that. And I remember this one incident, and I always narrate this incident to everybody, is because it really moved something in me strongly. There's this lady, she came to the door, and she had bruises on her face. I clearly remember it was on this side of her face. It was a bruise, and on her arm, there were bruises, and she was really kind of jittery. She was shaky, and I didn't know what to say to her too. Like when you are faced with that situation, and I asked her if she was voting. I mean, that's the first thing. You're door knocking to talk about elections. And she didn't know what to say. And I said, is there someone at your house? I just wanted to start a conversation with her. And she said, no, her husband's not home. Her son is at home. And I said, okay, well, maybe I can talk to him. How old is he? She said, he's 16. I said, okay, maybe I can talk to him. So she said his name. I'm not going to say his name.
Sure.
But she said his name really out loud, and he was upstairs. He yelled back at her. He swore at her.
Oh my God.
And he said, stop bothering me, and then the word, the swear word. And that's to his mother. And that's just something that he's learning in his home. And that really hit me strongly. And then many houses that I saw, there were little girls standing besides their mothers who are in this situation. They're standing besides their mothers. They're literally looking at their mothers. They're their role models. This is what they're growing up seeing in their houses. And then at that point, I just started shaking hands with little girls and starting telling them, hi, my name is Roop, and I'm running to be an MLA. It doesn't matter. And their eyes would light up. That there is more to the world than just my mom. And just that one moment, just that one instant, and I would ask them what they wanted to be. So those incidents or those experiences, I guess, they just made the resolve even more stronger, is we need to help that generation who is getting abused right now, who is a victim of patriarchy. It's not just girls, it's men too. Men are also victim of patriarchy. They're already, it's a lost generation, but at least we can save the younger
ones,
like the 5-year-olds or the 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, like that 5 to 25 range at least. We can do something for them. The best we can do is make them stronger, equip them with some tools that make them confident in who they are, and then they can pursue their dreams, not just get lost in what they're seeing at their homes and never be able to get out of that cycle. So that was the motivation to start the Mazboot movement. As the name said, Mazboot is strong. So
Roop, right, जब भी आपने शुरू किया, like when you were doing a door knocking, so before you यानी कि जो है MLA से पहले जाने से पहले, of course you are तुम probably जो complain करेंगे about minister ऐसे हैं, वो ये नहीं करते हैं, वो ये नहीं करते हैं. when you were knocking door, ऐसे कोई questions people ask you कि you are asking, like you are asking for vote, but you don't do those things after after you elected.
Well, there's always different opinions that you get when you're door knocking. One of the prominent ones would be कि आप door knock कर रहे हो और आप run कर रहे हो elections के लिए. You have a daughter at your house. You have a husband at your house. How are you managing?
Exactly.
Right.
So as a woman, everyone asks.
That is the first question they'll ask.
A lot of men ask that question, and my answer always was, if I was a man, you wouldn't ask me that question.
Yeah.
If I was a man, I would still have a daughter at home.
Yeah.
I would still have a wife at home. You would not ask me that question. Why are you asking me this question now? And then they don't have an answer for that.
Right.
So after, so now if anyone asks me something similar, is like, oh, as a woman, do you feel any challenges? Yes, there will be challenges, but at the same time, we have to remember that election time, in the by-election, where we thought it was a very difficult election, and where we thought we were the ruling party, votes might not come, we still had 20% of vote share.
So you were running
Brand
for
new
NDP.
name, yeah.
You were running NDP.
And I was a brand new name. We didn't have any backing, no big name backing us, nothing. We had 20% of vote, and out of that 20%, there was a huge number of males, men who came out and supported. Right? So it's not that we can say कि अपनी community च है ही नहीं कोई lady दी support नहीं हैगी. So there is support. People look at talent, people look at caliber, people look at those qualities. We just need to keep pushing at it.
Yeah.
In terms of, you said कि after you get elected, nothing, politicians don't do anything. But that's the same thing. That applies, what I just said applies to that as well, is that you just keep pushing. You keep working. Once people see your work, once people see that you are bringing value to their lives, to their children, because most of our communities are here for our children. So if you're bringing value to their families, to their children, to their future generations, you keep working, that work shows. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, whether you're brown, white, green, blue, yellow, whoever you are. If you work well, people will see that.
Yeah,
Because
of course.
people are getting educated.
Because see, it's a huge change for them that women are now coming in these kind of things. Before they would never see, like what Malala said.
Yes,
In
Malala was-
that I want to see more women here.
Yeah.
When she was doing the speech. So this is what the change is always is not taken very well, because and then slowly and gradually people start accepting. That is the thing. So as we were talking about, Akbar had asked about your Mazboot organization. So what exactly do you do with this organization?
So with Mazboot, we've only been around for a year.
Okay.
And so it started off as an experiment. Let's see कि क्या होता है, क्या कर सकते हैं इसके साथ. So first couple of times we just had about 60 women in a room in a safe space. उनको एक safe space provide करते हैं कि let's have conversations कि challenges क्या हैं, इनको कैसे solve किया जा सकता है. Like what does the community want? So that's how it first started, and then we have events every 3 months, like big events. The ones we've had in September, we had a conversation on gender stereotypes and gender roles. In December, we gave out awards to some really strong women in the community, acknowledging their contribution. And in March, we celebrated International Women's Day, where we also had a fashion show where we had young girls dressed up as the career that they want to be. So we keep seeing that a lot of events, you have cultural events where they're doing Bhangra, Gidda, dances. It's great. It's beautiful. But we need to also nurture what's inside, what's talent, the intelligence, the caliber, the capability, because there's a lot of girls who are not coming out and doing this Bhangra Gidda. There's only a small proportion, but there's a lot of girls who are doing really good in their house, like in their education and their studies. We need to promote that too. We need to support that as well as a community. So that's what we decided to do. So we had a group of young girls who came out and said, "Hi, I want to be a family lawyer because I want to be help families," and she's dressed up as a lawyer. But that's something she'll keep with her for the rest of her life.
That's right.
And that was the idea behind it. So we also are starting to do workshops now. We have one, we're planning to do for self-esteem, for example, or public speaking. And I was just talking to my husband recently. He said he would do a workshop on coding, starting coding. He's like, I'll even take adults in the computer coding.
Oh,
so it's just
nice.
very minor things that people in our community, the people who trust me and trust my name, and they would just come there because they trust that I will try to give them the best quality product. So the biggest compliment to me, I always feel, is when parents drop their daughters and sons off wherever I tell them to. Tell them there's a workshop here, I need kids here, and then they just drop them off.
Nice.
Because they say, I trust you.
Yeah, the trust has developed now.
I think that is the biggest compliment. And so right now we have like at least 40 kids in our group who we try. And then also, like, you see what you look at the kids, dekho ki kiska talent kya hai, right? And then you, for example, a 19-year-old girl, she wants to be a lawyer. I have lawyer friends, and I asked them if they can have this girl at their office over the summer for volunteering, and they said yes, and then now she's going to go do that. So stuff like that, like where we see the talent in a child and we just push them in the right direction where they need to go. So just develop them. And I think it's the gap that Mazboot is filling is there are other organizations doing that, but what we're doing is we're only restricting ourselves to South Asian. And also parents, like this, I said, the trust, the comfort level. For parents, they need someone, a name that they can trust rather than sending their kid to any organization anywhere. That is really important. I realized that with my dad. My dad would not just let me go anywhere, you know, at that time.
When you experience
now it's different.
something yourself, then from that experience you learn, and then you want to put that forward. And
exactly.
That's
So
how
now
it is.
every South Asian parent, at that, when they're scared, they're in a new country. They haven't experienced it themselves.
And there's so many people now. Like I remember when we were there, when we came, there was hardly anybody, and we knew everyone. You know, like we imagine, you know, like we had a so हमारी society थी, it used to be called Pakistan Canada Friendship Society.
Okay.
And we started that society, and that also a woman started, Wasima Sultan.
She's amazing.
So she was the one who started, and we all were women in that organization, and we started that society, and we used to put forward beautiful events. Like people love to come to our events because we knew everyone. And now when I go anywhere and we see so many new people, like yesterday when they were portraying all the audience on the screen, and there were so many people, so many young couples, and I said, I don't know half of them, like not even half, I only know 10% of them, you know? Like, so this is so many people here now. You have to make sure that they feel comfortable. If we can do like the thing what you are doing, and it makes children and the youngsters comfortable, and they can talk about what they want to do. I think that's an amazing thing you are doing. Keep it up. If you need any help from Salam Namaste, we are always there for you. So this is amazing.
You know my number, right?
I think like when you were, Roop, saying about like that woman like who has bruises and all those things, it is very touchy to me. Like दोस्तों आप लोगों से ये कहना चाहूँगा कि घरों का माहौल हमारे ऊपर होता है. अगर हम अपने घर की औरतों को ख़राब लफ्ज़ों के साथ बुलाते हैं, हमारे बच्चे वो चीज़ को अडॉप्ट करेंगे और वो इसको अपना प्रिविलेज समझेंगे. प्लीज़ ज़ुबान का इस्तेमाल बहुत अच्छा कीजिए, क्योंकि यही बच्चा घर के अंदर भी ये चीज़ इस्तेमाल करेगा और घर के बाहर भी ये इस्तेमाल करेगा. और अगर घर के बाहर जाके इस्तेमाल करेगा तो शायद उसके लिए सेफ़ ना हो, क्योंकि बाहर वाला डेफिनेटली उसका रिएक्शन देगा. तो प्लीज़ अगर आप चाहते हैं कि सेफ्टी और सिक्योरिटी रहे, हमारे घरों के अंदर एक अच्छा माहौल रहे, घरों के बाहर अच्छा माहौल रहे, तो प्लीज़ अपने जो घर का माहौल है वो बेहतर बनाइए. और कभी भी बच्चों के सामने कोई ऐसा रिएक्शन ना दीजिए एक दूसरे को कि जिससे लाइक हमारी रिस्पेक्ट ना रहे. اور جب روپ نے یہ بات کہی تو مجھے ایسا لگا کہ کیا وہ کینیڈا کے متعلق یہ بات کہہ رہی ہے. دیٹ واز سرپرائزنگ ٹو می. آئی مین یہ چیزیں ہمارے سویلائزڈ کلچر میں ہو رہی ہیں. ہم بیک ہوم یہ سوچتے تھے کہ یہ چیزوں کو ہے نا لا ٹالریٹ نہیں کرتا, ٹھیک ہے نا, لا ٹالریٹ کر جاتا ہے اور کبھی کبھار ایسا ہوتا ہے کہ پولیس اس کو اندیکھا کر دیتی ہے. آئی مین دس از ہیپننگ ان کینیڈا. دیٹس سرپرائزنگ ٹو می.
ہم ہمیشہ یہ کہتے ہیں کہ یعنی کہ اگر جو ہے گھر کا ماحول اچھا ہونا چاہیے وہ تو سب سے پہلے ہمیں اچھا ہونا پڑے گا.
بالکل, چیریٹی بگنس فرام ہوم.
اسٹارٹ فرام ہوم. اور یہاں کا کلچر ہمیں پتا ہے کیسا ہے.
اور وہ بچہ جس طرح روپ نے کہا کہ وہ 16 سال کا بچہ اپنی ماں کو اس طرح جواب دیا اس نے اور ان کو سویر کیا اس لیے کہ اس نے اپنے باپ کو دیکھا ہوگا نا یہی کرتے اور سنا ہوگا, یہ سیکھتے ہیں نا.
اور ایسی چیز ہے کہ ماں جیسی ہستی تو جس کے بارے میں قرآن میں, گیتا میں, بائبل میں, ہر جگہ پہ اس کو ہمیشہ ٹاپ پہ رکھا گیا. اس کا جو درجہ ہے سب سے بلند ہے. تو میں یہ سوچ بھی نہیں سکتا کہ ہم یہاں پہ کینیڈا میں ایسی سچویشن دیکھتے ہیں. اور اگر روپ نے ہمیں بتایا نہیں ہوتا تو ہمیں تو معلوم بھی نہیں ہوتا. آئی تھنک لائک پلیز دوستوں اس بارے میں سوچئے. اور یہ وہ کہتے ہیں نا لمحہ فکریہ ہے کہ سوچنے کا ایک لمحہ ہے ہمارے لیے. اگر ہم اپنے گھروں میں کبھی ایسی چیز کرتے ہیں تو پلیز اسٹاپ دس.
اور جو ہمارے پاس جو ہے چودھری آئے تھے وہ کہہ رہے تھے کہ ان کے پیرنٹس جو ہے یعنی پیرنٹس کام کرتے لیکن ان کو پتہ نہیں کہ ان کا پیچھے کہاں جاتا ہے.
کچھ ایسے لوگ ہیں
کمیونٹی میں ایسا ہو رہا ہے. حالانکہ کوئی اوپر آ کے کوئی بولتا نہیں ہے, کمپلین نہیں کرتا, اس لیے کہ ہم جو ہے بڑے جو اپنے جو ڈر کے رہتے ہیں پیرنٹس تاکہ میرے بیٹے یا بیٹی کا نام بدنام نہیں.
تو بیچارے اتنے مجبور ہوتے ہیں وہ کہاں جائیں. سب سے وہ بڑی بات یہ ہوتی ہے نا کہ وہ کہتے ہیں اچھا ٹھیک ہے میں رہ رہا ہوں اور مجھے کھانے پینے کو مل رہا ہے, میرے سر پہ چھت ہے, اور لیکن جو میں کما رہا ہوں جو کلیننگ کر کے بیچارے کما رہے ہوتے ہیں یا کچھ چھوٹا موٹا جاب کر کے وہ پیسے کہاں جا رہے ہیں ان کو کچھ آئیڈیا نہیں ہوتا. سو دس از سیڈ. دس از سیڈ دیٹ یو ہیو ٹو ہیو ریسپیکٹ for your elders always.
So I know like Roop, like you just established this foundation a year ago, right? So آپ کیا سوچتے ہو کہ like اور مزید کن ایریاز کے اوپر آپ کی فاؤنڈیشن فیوچر کے اندر سوچ رہی ہے کام کرنے کے لیے؟
That's a very good question. Like I said, when we started, our goal was to find out what the community wants. So شروعات کی تھی کہ صرف girls کے ساتھ کام کریں گے, right? So, but as we worked with girls, what we're finding is that patriarchy affects both boys and girls. So boys are also struggling. Small factors like boys are expected not to show their emotions. You have to be a man.
رو نہیں سکتے like a girly ان کو تنگ کرتے ہیں. That's so sad.
So, and as a boy, it's your responsibility to take care of the parents. It's your responsibility to be the main bread earner. A boy cannot explore something fun that he wants to do in his life, like koi hobby pursue kare ya kuch kare, because no, he has to make money. وائف آئے گی ٹھیک ہے, لڑکی کا کیا ہے, کوئی بات نہیں ہے, تو تھوڑا ادھر نہیں بھی کرنی, تو نے پڑھائی نہیں کرنی ہے, اس نے انجوائے کرنا ہے کر لے, رائٹ, اٹس آل گڈ بیکاز شی ہیز ٹو گیٹ میریڈ, ہر ہسبینڈ ول بی ارننگ, اٹس آل گڈ. And we see that even up until now, we see in some homes that dishes are in the sink and boy is not expected to wash the dishes, the girl is expected to wash the dishes. That's patriarchy. Patriarchy is when you don't treat a boy equally as a girl either. So you just need to treat them equally and with respect. Aisa nahi hai ki like I don't want to be saying that I'm a champion for girl rights, and say I'm a champion for rights for every child. I think it's equally important to treat a boy right as well, to treat him that he can also live his dreams, that he can also be the person he wants to be, not to be like this mold that is set for him. You have to be a husband, you have to be a caretaker of the family, you have to be the breadwinner, you have to be this, you have to be that.
No.
It's patriarchy, and it has to change in time. I think if I have a daughter, but if I had a son, I would teach whatever I'm teaching my daughter, that you have to be independent, you have to take care of yourself financially, you have to be strong emotionally, you have to whatever I teach her,
You'll
that
teach him.
I'll teach him the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's what needs to happen. So with Mazboot, that's our eventual goal is that too. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see how it evolves because there's a team of members. I have a co-founder in Mazboot with me. We have a team of members. So we'll see how things evolve. But that's what we're getting back from the community is not just girls. Let's work with boys too.
Yeah.
So Roop, of course, last year you ran for the NDP.
Okay.
क्यों?
Why politics?
हम पर थोड़ा रहम करो। तो क्यों politician बनना था?
Why politics? Well, interest has always been there ever since I was a little girl. मेरे दादाजी की उनकी आंखें खराब थी, so there was he couldn't read newspapers, so he was blind, partially blind, but he couldn't read. And so it was my job to read papers to him every morning.
That's
Okay.
That's why
So-
you speak so well. Yeah.
So I used to read newspapers to him every morning, and that was like half hour. So I used to read headlines, and the headlines that he liked, he would make me highlight them.
Okay.
And then I would read first paragraph. Then if he liked the news, I would continue reading, or else I'd move on to the next one.
Right.
And the things that he liked, we would cut it out,
Yeah.
and we would put it in a scrapbook, and then we would follow the news.
Oh, nice.
So we'd have like a scrapbook of one news item, and then we'll look at newspapers every day. Acha usli follow up aayi ki nahi aayi? Aayi, acha, this is the follow up. Then I would cut that and put that in the scrapbook. And then we would highlight difficult words, and we would look in the dictionary and all of that
Nice.
too. So it was at that time, of course, it was again stressful. Why does he make me do this every morning? Why do I have
Now
to
you
wake up?
know why.
So, but that kind of, I think, planted that seed in my head that wanting to know what's happening politically, and also learning that you can hold your politicians accountable. You can get things done because I always tell any politician I meet and anyone I work with, I always say the politicians are our servants. They're our public servants. We go there and want pictures with them, and we want to stand with them. That's because of the culture that we come from. But in reality, they are working for us.
Right.
We vote for them.
Yeah.
So if I'm a politician, I'm working for people. So technically, rather than raising me up on elevated stage, you need to be asking me, what are you doing for
For
me?
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I voted for you,
Yeah,
so
right.
what's going on? I pay for you.
Yeah.
I'm your boss. And that, I think that started again with my grandfather, because we used to write letters to politicians. He used to
Okay.
make me write
Write
letters.
yeah.
So this is what you said on this date, because we'll have proof there in the newspaper that his quote, and he would say on dated October 26th, you said, and dated November 28th, this still hasn't happened.
Yeah.
What's going
Why?
on?
What's going on?
So we used to write letters. Nothing happened, but I mean, there were times things did
Yeah.
happen, but it was an exercise. And then when I got married, and my husband unfortunately was diagnosed with cancer when in 2011, when my daughter was just born. Actually,
Oh, must be so hard for you. Yeah.
it was a tough time.
Yeah.
So from a point where we were both earning really well, and we came to a point when he wasn't earning, and I was at home with my daughter as well, and we didn't have any income. We were in the U.S. at the time with really good insurance, which through his job, we were paying $10,000 out of pocket still. And when he recovered a little, he was in remission, we decided to come back to Canada just to relax for a little bit, because we had gone through quite a bit in U.S. and I didn't have any family. All my family was here. And when we came back, his cancer also came back, unfortunately. So we decided to just stay back. This was 2013, and he had a bone marrow transplant, and
Okay.
everything happened in Canada, but we paid nothing for it.
Yeah.
And during that time, when your loved one is in a hospital, and I'm taking care of my daughter, I'm going to the hospital back and forth. I remember those days, like when I used to go out in public, in a mall or a public park, I would look at people around and I would say, it's because of you guys that he is there
He is there. Yeah.
and getting taken care of. It's your taxes that are paying for that. So public education and public health care really I hold it very strong and dear to me. And during that time, Cancer Hospital in Calgary was supposed to be built. And I remember when they used to take my husband in from one room to other because there was no space in Tom Baker.
Yeah.
There's cracks on the wall.
Yeah.
They used to send him home. And we went through that process, and I was so happy that the hospital's getting built. But then they canceled it.
Yeah.
And then NDP came around and said, we will build that hospital. And I'm like, that's it. I'm
That's
voting for
it.
this party. And as I got to learn more and more about NDP, the values that they stood for, public health care, public education, middle class, that was me.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
because from a point where we were both earning around $200,000 a year, we had a comfortable house, life, everything was great, we came down to absolutely nothing. And if there was no social net,
Then
we would
it
have fallen through the
yeah.
cracks.
Yeah. You would
This
have, yeah.
country, this system, this
Is so
is
good.
that's
Yeah.
what saved
Yeah.
us, and I want to be a part in maintaining that, to keep that going, so that there are other people who might be in the situation I was in, or maybe I might be in that situation again. I don't know, ups and downs and lows
Yeah.
and highs keep happening. I don't know, it might happen to me again. Then what, right? So I want to be instrumental and be a part of this system, that I should be of some help, that I can maintain that.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good
That's-
thinking. Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah.
So, Roop, like now the new introduction of social media, like I think like it is not a new introduction, but it is getting very famous. What do you think like what politicians should do?
Everyone should have Twitter. Everyone should have a Facebook page.
I mean, like when you talked about like your grandfather, like when he was actually
Yeah.
sending letters to the
Yeah.
politician, I think like now the time is reduced. Like the next movement, like there is something on the social media, and like one day like the politician is doing really good, and the next day, next movement I should say, उनके बारे में कुछ छप जाता है, और like it's viral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
तो like उसके अंदर क्या आप सोचते हैं? क्या it is going to actually make politician more accountable?
Social media?
Yeah.
I think there's both, like you said. I agree with you. It's both negatives and positives
Yeah.
to it, because and like I said in the beginning, you're always on your toes constantly as
Yeah.
a public figure, that someone's going to take a photo of you, someone's going to take a sound bite. Sometimes things are taken out of context. So you're having a full conversation, they're just going to pick one piece,
Yeah.
and then that's going to go on air. And then that's going to get twisted and turned around.
Yeah.
So yes, I think as consumers of social media, audience, public needs to be more aware of what's true and what's not true. And the positive is social media has given us access directly to these politicians, to people who represent us. It's easy to send them a message right away
Yeah.
and ask them questions. So I think that positive outweighs everything else that's out there. So I love having the connectivity with people, even during the election campaign or after. I get a lot of messages. I get a lot of questions that people ask.
Yeah.
And it's a direct communication, and I love that. I think that even for myself, like if I have to contact someone who is a political figure, it's easier for me to get in touch with them. So I love
Sure.
that. So yes, definitely there's that downside where you're always,
It all
there's
depends
trolls
how-
online.
It all
Yeah.
depends how you use the social media, right?
Yeah.
So if you make use of it in a positive way and for a good cause and for a good thing, I think it is very good. to have.
Powerful.
Powerful, yeah.
very
that's what I
powerful.
believe in. You know, like it's all depends on you. You know, like how you are making use of it. So yeah,
And also you have to develop a thick skin.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, you
have
have
to
to.
have a thick
Absolutely.
skin. There
You
will
have.
always be people who
Yeah.
will hate you. There
Yeah.
will always be people who will dislike you for just for the sake
But it
of
is
it.
the thing. The kind of thing is that like previously, like when somebody sent like a letter to the politician and the secretary knows that.
Yeah,
Right.
not
But
everybody.
not everybody. But now the thing is that like if they just put one comment against you, everyone knows
Everyone
that.
knows.
So
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
जो आपकी जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है मजबूत है, doing an awesome job. So do you think कि हमारा जो local media है, okay, are we doing a good thing, a right things for you guys?
Oh.
इसलिए you know,
So-
like you know, when you were doing a door knocking, जब भी तुमने देखा वो लेडी का face,
Yeah.
like what do you think? Are we doing a right thing, like media?
I think media is playing its role as much as it can.
Enough role?
there could be more.
Okay.
I think there could definitely be more conversations around it, but then your hands are tied. Media's
Yeah.
hands are tied too, because when we talk about these ladies who I again mentioned with bruises, they're not coming out.
Yeah, no.
They won't come.
They're not coming out of the houses.
so
They're not
scared.
even coming out to the stores. They're not
Yeah.
allowed to drive.
Yeah.
Most of them don't have driver's licenses. I know a couple who go to the gym, but their husbands drop them off.
Yeah.
Their husbands pick them
Pick
up.
them.
And I know a gym instructor who asked them, let's go run outside today. They said, we can't go run outside because our husband have told us that you have to stay inside.
Within the
Yeah.
Within those four walls, and we'll come pick you up and we'll drop you off. So, I mean, there's only so much media can do. So what I find very restrictive in the South Asian Good Question is, restrictive is even when you have these domestic violence seminars or these conversations, it's the same 200 people.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes. Yes.
It's the
Yeah,
same
Yeah.
cameras,
Yeah.
same TV channels,
Yeah.
same everything, same people, and they're discussing domestic violence and going home, having their samosa cha and pakode,
Yeah.
and then they're going home. And what's coming out of it, I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's where Ms. Booth, the way we geared it is we're not even going to bother with domestic violence. We're not going to deal with that. There are organizations dealing with that. PCHS, for example. There's a few organizations who are taking care of the crisis situations.
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, the non-crisis situations are not coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only the crisis situations are coming out. They're taking care of it. We're not going to bother with it. We're going to go with the younger generation prevention.
Yeah.
Let's just equip them with tools. Let's strengthen them. Let's make them aware of their rights, of what's right and what's wrong, and also not to tell them that speak against your parents. Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
No.
Don't speak against your parents. There's no
Yeah.
such thing. But you need to be strong enough to deal with what's coming to you.
Yeah.
And you need to be able to focus on your education, your career, your financial stability, your independence. That's what we need to focus on,
Yeah.
not this fight. There's no point fighting. It's
No.
hitting a brick wall.
No, you cannot do that.
So is there any Facebook or any website you can tell our viewers?
We have a Facebook page, Ms. Booth Movement, but we are in the process of putting up a website too. But like I said, we're going through a process of figuring ourselves out. So we will have a better idea by the end of the summer of what we're wanting to do exactly.
Great.
Because this was the first, it was an experimenting phase. We were trying to figure out
I know
exactly
it
what the
takes
needs
time
are.
for things like
Yeah.
that.
So we're fine tuning it now,
Yeah,
and then
good.
we'll know by the end of summer.
चलो सलमा आपा हमारा टाइम हो रहा है, लेकिन आप
अच्छा।
खाली मई 19 का बोल दें हमारा प्रोग्राम
जी 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 बिल्कुल। तो जैसे कि आपको मालूम है, सलाम नमस्ते हमेशा और लास्ट 2-3 सालों से वर्ल्ड पार्टनरशिप वॉक के लिए चैरिटी फंड रेजर करती है। इस दफ़ा भी हम लोग कर रहे हैं मई 19 को, विच इज़ अ फ्राइडे, रात को 8 बजे, और टिकट्स हम लोग के पास हैं। आप हमसे कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं। और ये वर्ल्ड पार्टनरशिप वॉक के लिए फंड रेजर होने जा रहा है, और इसमें म्यूज़िक पार्टी है, एंटरटेनमेंट है, आर्ट शो है, और बहुत अच्छा बैंक्वेट डिनर है। तो प्लीज़ आप अच्छे कॉस्ट के लिए टिकट लीजिए, और जो कैलगरी में है, और अगर आप कैलगरी विज़िट कर रहे हैं उस वीकेंड को, तो प्लीज़ ज़रूर आइए, हमें सपोर्ट करिए, और हम थ्रू हमारे ग्लोबल पॉवर्टी के लिए आप कुछ कर सकते हैं। तो प्लीज़ लेट्स डू इट टुगेदर and eliminate global poverty whenever and how sooner we can do it. तो अब हमारे जाने का वक्त हुआ जाता है।
No, I think like बहुत मजा आया हमें बातों में, और
Thank you so
like
much. It was great.
Yeah, it was really.
You are
Thank you
coming
for
as well,
making-
May
yeah.
19.
Yes, absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
always there.
Yeah,
तो अब हमें इजाज़त दीजिए, अब फिर इंशाल्लाह मिलेंगे।
तो सामिन, ये था हमारा यानी आज का शो। बहुत ही अच्छा था, बहुत ही काफ़ी इसमें हमें जो है नॉलेज मिली कि हमारे जो है घर में क्या हो रहा है, हमारी कम्युनिटी में क्या हो रहा है। और इसलिए कि ये जो रूप राय जो काम करी, आई थिंक वी नीड मोर वुमेन्स लाइक हर, कि जो अपने एसएससी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के थ्रू जो काम कर रही हैं। इसलिए कि वो यानी उसकी जो है हमें बहुत ज़रूरत है, हमारी कम्युनिटी को बहुत ज़रूरत है। इसलिए कि जो हमारे घर में हो रहा है वो तो चलता ही रहेगा, वो कभी रुकने नहीं वाला। लेकिन हमें अपने आप से ट्राई करना है कि ये जो जितना जल्दी हो, जितना अच्छा हो, कि ये जो एसएससी जो काम हो रहे हैं, तो यानी एसएससी जो लैंग्वेजेस जो यूज़ होती घर में, वो हम जो है उसको हम जो एक तरह का जो है बंद कर सकें। तो इंशाल्लाह अगले प्रोग्राम तक मिलेंगे। अपना बहुत ज़्यादा ख्याल रखिएगा।
खुदा हाफिज़।
अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।